Behind Closed Doors. Written by Susan Lewis. Read by Clare Corbett. The moral right of the author has been asserted.
Where are you going? Out, all right?
Not before you've cleared this table, you aren't, and there's plenty to do round here.
I'm not your bloody slave.
Don't speak to me like that, and stop arguing all the time. Now there are the dishes.
No way!
Heidi Monroe's normally soft brown eyes sparked anger out of their tiredness, while her milky caramel skin flushed into the crinkled halo of her chaotic dark hair.
Sophie, I've had about as much as I can take of you today, she sighed. I'm shattered. I've got a headache. Archie'll be awake any minute. So? You're the one who decided to have a baby, not me. You take care of him.
I intend to, but I need your help. I've got a stack of work to get through tonight.
It's Sunday, for God's sake. Normal people take Sundays off, but not you. Or me, thanks to you in this bloody place. I'm not the one who took the job, so I don't see why I have to work as well.
Most girls your age would love to earn some pocket money, so why don't you think yourself lucky instead of bitching about everything?
I'm 14, for God's sake. I want to have a life like...
From what I hear, you have more of a life, and you know what I mean by that. Have you heard what people are saying about you?
I don't care what they say. They're a bunch of losers.
I hope it's not true, Sophie, that's all I can say, because if your father ever hears about it...
Shut up! Just shut up!
Sophie's pretty, stricken face was a fiery red oval inside her purple-streaked hair. Her lavender blue eyes were darkened by confusion and anger. Nothing was ever going right in her life, nothing, and it just wasn't fair.
Stop shouting or you'll wake Archie. You're the one shouting, and I don't care if I wake him up. I'm going out.
No, you're not.
I worked all day, for God's sake. I deserve to have some time off.
You can go when you've cleared the table and tidied up that tip of a bedroom.
I'm going now. Sophie, get back here. I said I'm going now.
They stood staring at one another, months of bitterness and bewilderment ticking like a time bomb between them. It was as though they'd stopped knowing one another, were challenging the monsters each had become to strike first or back down. Sophie's lip trembled as she glared at Heidi.
You can't make me do anything I don't want to,
she choked angrily. Do you want me to tell your father about the way you speak to me?
Tell him what you like. He couldn't give a damn anyway.
You know that's not true.
Oh, God!
Sophie spat in disgust as 13-month-old Archie started screeching.
I'm getting out of here right now.
But as she tore open the kitchen door, she walked straight into her father.
What the heck's going on in here?
Gavin Monroe demanded.
I can hear you two halfway down.
It's not me, it's her!
Sophie yelled over him.
She's picking on me again! Always picking!
She was thrusting her face towards Heidi as though daring her to come and slap it.
Why don't you go and shut your stupid child up?
Sophie! Her father barked, shocked and angered. She wasn't listening. She was already storming along the hall.
If you leave now, you don't need to bother coming back,
Heidi shouted after her.
Thanks for making me want to kill myself,
Sophie yelled out. And flouncing through her bedroom door, she slammed it so hard behind her that a poster fell off the wall. She hated them, really, really hated them, and it would serve them bloody right if she did leave home, or better still, if she killed herself. In fact, she might just do that. At least then she'd be out of this house and would never have to put up with them again. Why were they always so mean to her, making her feel useless or stupid, or like she was a waste of space that was always in the way? Grabbing her iPod, she jammed it into a speaker and turned up the volume. She didn't want them to hear her sobbing. No way was she going to give them the satisfaction of knowing they got to her, even though they had, because she could hardly catch her breath. Throwing herself down on the bed, she grabbed her old rag doll and squeezed it tightly to her chest. Sometimes this doll felt like her only friend in the world. She'd had her since she was a baby, and she'd never let her go. Not ever. It had been a present from her mum, and for a long time after she had died, Sophie had cried into the doll's corn-coloured hair, sure she could still smell her mum's perfume, and even sometimes hear her voice.
It's all right, my darling,
her mum would whisper.
I'm still here.
You just can't see me, that's all.
I want you to come back,
10-year-old Sophie would sob.
I know you do, sweetie.
And I would if I could, but...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?